All right, traders, good morning, Monday morning. Here we go. You guys gotta give me just a second. My computer just completely cut off on me. I think I was overloading it, so I'm getting everything set back up here. So just bear with me for just a few minutes, and then we'll get straight into the pre-market analysis today. I cannot see what you guys are saying right now because I gotta sign back in. All right. That was very strange. Very strange this morning. Okay, traders, let's go ahead and get just straight into today. Going to be a shorter stream this morning, about 15 minutes or so. We'll go over a few stocks we're looking at, but this is Monday morning. What's typical of Mondays? Traders are letting the dust settle today. Had a long weekend trying to figure out, which stocks are going to be moving this morning. Going to get their beak wet a little bit. Trying to figure that out this morning. Usually Monday mornings are a little bit lighter, trying to set the tone for the week, get the sentiment for the market, and the conditions that will present themselves throughout the week. This morning, as we know, FCSC is our leading gapper this morning. You guys let me know. Let me know if you guys are in here. Okay, man, I'm like, it signed me into a different YouTube channel. Okay, I now see you. The grind is real. Brad is in here. Jay's in here. Okay, now I see you guys. I'm sorry. This threw me out of the loop this morning. My whole computer shut off. All right, I think we're good now. Jay Towers, good morning to you. Brad, the grind is real. Awesome. Good to see you in here this morning, Brad. So, yeah, FCSC, this one is our leading gapper this morning. Nate Morrison, we here. All right, good to go. Good to see you in here, Nate, as well. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Let's go ahead and go over the stocks this morning. We're looking at a little bit lighter this morning. That's okay. It's all about playing, those best stocks, the stocks that work for us best. We can't go into each single day, every single day in the market and just trade anything and everything, right? Fire in the home is good, right? If you have fire in your house, it's good. If it's in the fireplace, if it's controlled, if it's managed, and it's providing warmth and comfort to you. But if that fire gets uncontrollable and starts getting everywhere in your house, not going to be too much fun, right? Same thing with trading. If our trading is controlled and managed, it's going to keep us warm and comfy. Going to keep our bank accounts nice and warm. So we gotta manage our trading very well, finding that edge, keeping our trades controlled, and managing that risk very well. Good morning, John. Good to see you in here. FCSC, this one's perking up, trying to test that pre-market high. You guys know I don't like to trade the stocks that have all the attention. I like to focus on kind of the easier plays. This morning, but FCSC is the one where all the attention is this morning. You gotta always know where the attention is. That's FCSC. Why is this one up? They are developing and commercializing a drug, FCX007, and commercializing that drug. They're partnering with another company. That's Castle Creek. They're going to receive up to $135 million from Castle Creek. Near-term payments as well. This company is going to license and commercialize that drug form in the United States. That's why FCSC is getting up right now. This morning, it's probably pretty heavy on the long side right now, but this one is where everyone's looking. It is kind of, oversold, on the daily chart. When I'm looking at charts, I like to see stocks that are overbought because right now I'm more into shorting. If I'm going to be buying something, this is kind of what I'd like to see where it has all-time lows at $1.78. It's got all-time highs at $23. So what if it's going to gravitate or polarize in one direction or the other, it's definitely got more room on the upside. So this is a stock, if I was going to short it, I would kind of see how it's going to open up, see what kind of patterns develop. going kind of parabolic out of the gates, maybe into a pattern for us to trade. But that's FCSC. If you guys are going to be wanting to trade that, it is holding VWAP right now. 264 is the VWAP. This one is on a trend in pre-market right now if you're interested in trading that one. Going to be an avoid for me. When that one starts panic selling, it's probably going to panic sell pretty quick. And if that could happen there at the start of the day, which would provide probably a good opportunity to scoop it up if that's something you guys are interested in. Not my type of play. I like the higher risk, I like the higher reward versus risk. And right now it's a little light. It's a little light up there, not going to lie to you guys. I'm liking still STNG. That's one I tried to trade. Ended up having a red trade on it on Friday. On the daily chart, that's kind of what we're seeing. We have two really strong days. The third day nearly closed like a doji star on STNG. This one's a little light on volume, but 24.41 is the area I'd like to risk off of. I'd really like to see a pop on it. I didn't like what it did on Friday. Those kind of tricked me out. Like on Friday, we just kind of up and down a little bit, and then we get the spike. I'd like to go ahead and see the spike out of the gates and short, risking off at 24.41, get it close to it, so I'm not risking very much if it wants to continue to have another green day on it. That's a trade I'm looking at this morning, as well as, NM on the daily looks really good, overextended. I have shorts here as well. Here's NM, up from about $2 in the last couple weeks, coming up to $5, which is that 200-day moving average. I'd like to see an intense move here. This is a very thin traded stock, pretty illiquid. If we look at the intraday on it, not a stock I'd really like to get involved with at all, unless we start seeing some more activity, more volume push into it to get up to $5. And then we could probably see a nice strong yank on NM. AMRS was getting a little bit of activity this morning. Pull up AMRS. Now that one's sitting at 325 right now. It's going to have pretty tough resistance if it's going to continue to climb. They came out with some news this morning. They plan to repay their April 2019 notes with the business transaction. AMRS, just a lot. I mean, SSR is turned on here as well. I'll keep that in mind. Let me confirm that real quick. I think, yeah, SSR is turned on here. 387 is the 50-day. We're going to have a lot of strong resistance right there at 450. And then, the 200-day as well. Lots of resistance if it pushes up. It's going to get slammed pretty hard there. ATAI is one that I would not take off your radars. So on Mondays, we often see volume pretty light, right? Volume is pretty light. And people, if nothing really works, if FCSC does not take on off like long bias traders are wanting to do, the long trader is going to move to a play that has worked in the prior past. I've seen this over and over again. And what has worked recently is ATAI. ATAI last Tuesday, nice spike. I started forming a trend, and then Wednesday, nice spike on it as well. Pulled back to the trend, U-shaped, had another nice spike Wednesday afternoon. Thursday, it tried a morning spike. It failed. Had a slight red day. And then Friday had a slight red day as well. But this one's still holding 250, which is pretty strong support here on ATAI. So I wouldn't necessarily take this one off your radar. If FCSC does not get volume like the long traders are one, I definitely can see them moving back over to ATAI. I mean, there's still potential there. It is a recent runner. It's holding up pretty well above 250. Wouldn't take ATAI off your radar by any means. So Jordan, what's going on, man? PHUN shorts will be all over this, especially for a spike to 11 on PHUN. PHUN is probably an avoid for me. Whew. Yeah, this one's wild. $15. That one dropped from $16 down to $5. What did they come out with, an offering? Yeah, good eye there though, Jordan. There's There is some nice activity there on PHUN. Most likely going to be an avoid for me. But definitely potential there. So this morning, pre-market stream is going to be pretty light there. There's not a lot to be looking at. ATA, I think, could get some activity on it if FCSC fails. If you guys are interested in riding the trend on FCSC, there's definitely potential there. AMRS got the pop. I have shorts on STNG and NM, so I'm not even guaranteeing I'm going to trade today. STNG, I'd like for that one to pop out of the gates up to resistance for me, so we'll see if that happens. Could take a starter and then add into it, risking off of that. I really don't like getting into something risking 40 cents immediately, you know. So we'll see if we can get that one a little closer. But that one's lighter on volume too. Gonna have smaller share size on it. Gonna kind of take it easy today. Probably gonna be more of a scanner day today as well, traders. End of last week was the same way. Some nice scanner plays that popped up. AD&T, for instance, was on the scanner play on Friday. AD&T ended up working beautifully. Yeah, this was a really nice descending triangle on AD&T. We went parabolic to descending triangle, formed a lower high. We had a 2050 base to it, ended up cracking that. Beautiful trade. Scanner provides these, guys, if you want the scanners. I know some of you are signing up for them. Email me. Happy to help you guys get set up. 30% off in the description below. But traders, it's going to be scanner day most likely. A few stocks we're looking at this morning, such as STNG, NM. We need that to have an intense move. It's way too thinly traded right now for a play on that. But like Jordan said, PHUN's got some pre-market activity there. AMRS popping up. ATAI, I think some longs could go back to that as well. So we're going to keep an eye on ATAI, just because all last week, we were seeing morning spikes, and the red days it's had have been pretty light. So traders, any questions at all? We're going to wrap this morning up a little bit early because my computer messed up this morning. I gotta get some things straightened out before the market opens. So any questions at all before we wrap up this morning stream? No questions at all. Okay, traders. Well, hit me up. My email is in most all my videos. Hit me up if you guys have any questions at all. Need help trading, interested in going to CMEG or the scanners, or just would like to talk in general. You know, trading can be a very difficult. It can be really difficult on you. So don't isolate yourself. If you have any questions, need help at all, hit me up. Happy to help you guys out. Ace Jefferson, what are you looking at again? Yeah, I'll go over it real quick, and then we'll get the day started. So, of course, all the pre-market activity is on FCFC. That one's up 50% here in pre-market. That one's got more upside than downside on it. The risk reward's not really there for me. I'm only shorting right now. It's holding VWAP pretty good. So that's an avoid for me. If FCFC fails, I think ATAI, unless another PR or just some other stock pulls up on the scanners, I think ATAI could get it. You know, because traders on Monday, they go to what has worked in the past. They don't try to just make up see, chat rooms. Chat rooms are very good at pumping stocks, right? That's why we get the scanners. They pump something up, we short it back down, and a lot of baggies getting in at the top. So ATAI is one that has worked over the last week. It's holding 250 on a strong note. Unless that cracks 250, I think longs can push back into that. Send that one back on up. Yeah, it's going to have a lot of bags in it from 250 up to 450, so it's going to be pretty strong resistance all the way up. I think we could get a little pop on that, depending on FCFC. That's why you always got to have the leading gappers on your watch list, especially if like you're in penny land. You know, people watch the SPY, for instance, when they're trading, you know, legitimate companies, you know, the larger cap companies. But when you're in penny land, you got to understand the leading gapper is pretty much the SPY. You know, I always keep the stock with all the, you know, volume on it on a chart. So we got to understand where people are. It's all about the psychology of trading. I like STNG still. If that gets a pop out of the gates, I would be risking off of Friday's high at 24.41. That one's kind of overbought. They're about an 80 on the RSI for the last few days. So we'll be watching that as well. But most likely going to be scanner day. Most likely going to be a scanner day. So yeah, no problem, Ace. Anytime. All right, traders, that's going to wrap up this morning. I'm going to get prepared for the market open. Not guaranteeing I'm trading today. Going to play golf here in about an hour. That's what day traders are supposed to do. So I don't know. We'll see if I trade today. If not, you know, I'll still make a video and post something out there. All right, traders, we will see you all first thing tomorrow.